Hello everyone! Today I am going to talk to you about my most recent Baker Creek seed haul and then show you a couple really cool gifts that I got for Christmas that I could use in the garden. So welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle. I grow native plants and I garden for the wildlife. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys today was my Baker Creek seed haul. I received my catalog a couple weeks ago, and I just immediately got on my notepad and wrote down a list of all of the new seeds that I wanted to try this year. So I got some herbs, I got pollinator plants, vegetables, and then a couple miscellaneous seeds. So I'll go through each of those. The herbs first. Okay, first up is Thyme Magic Carpet. So I specifically got this because I want to put it in little nooks and crannies in my lawn where I can't get the lawn to grow. So if you know, I'm trying to incorporate or to turn over my backyard into more of like a bee lawn where I mow really high on the highest settings. I put down native plant seeds for bee lawns. I put down a little bit of clover. So just incorporating some things that the pollinators really love. Of course, I like to do mainly the natives, but I thought that this might help do the trick on an area that just I can't seem to get anything to grow. And then this one is going to be new to me, mullein, if that's the way you pronounce it. I've been seeing this plant in disturbed areas on the sides of the roads here where I live in Northern Virginia, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's supposed to be medicinal, especially for coughs and things like that. So I want to experiment a little more this year with herbs, so that's why I'm growing this. I think it's deer resistant. If you happen to know anything about that, put something in the comment below. And so I want to use it for its beauty. It's a pollinator magnet and you can use it medicinally. So that's why I got this. Then we have safflower. If I'm not mistaken, this is known as the poor man's saffron, and so it'll give a similar color, I think a little bit lighter, and it has a similar taste, although I think that this is maybe more on the nutty side where saffron is on the earthy side. So I'm really excited about this because for three reasons with this one. So again, to use it as a dupe for saffron, and then it's supposed to attract the pollinators like crazy, and also it has a very deep soil breaking taproot, and I really need that in my raised beds because I think my raised beds have been getting hydrophobic, and so I really need to be planting things like that in there to improve the soil health. Next up is German chamomile. So again, trying to get into more medicinal and skincare type herbs and actually like harvesting the herbs to use them for those reasons. So chamomile, of course, was on the list. Calendula was as well, but Baker Creek was sold out of just, I think, the standard. So I'll probably get that at a local store closer to the spring. As far as vegetables, first up is a pepper. It is the Sugar Rush Peach. Now this is supposed to have some heat in it, but all the YouTubers, the gardening YouTubers, grow this, so I really wanted to grow it too. And it looks really pretty, so I wanted to have it in the garden for that reason as well, even though it sounds crazy. My family does not eat hot peppers, so most likely I'll be giving these away to my neighbors and friends, a lot of them anyway. But yeah, Sugar Rush Peach. I've wanted this for a couple years. And then I got a free seed, a pepper, and it's datil, if I'm pronouncing that right. I actually was gifted one of these plants, which I have my peppers overwintering over here from a friend. So if that guy doesn't come back, then I'll have spares here. Here's a free seed. This is a carrot and coral. And what I want to do, and I'll show you late in a second, this will all tie together. I want to try and get better with carrots because I want to make carrot powder because I want to use that in my tomato sauce because carrots put out sweetness into a tomato sauce as opposed to using sugar. And I wanted to see about dehydrating this and getting it into powder form and see if I like that texture of the sauce more than with, you know, actually the crunch of the carrots. So carrot here, this is a free seed, but I did buy another one. Cucumber, beet alpha, I don't know. They had it in the catalog. It looked perfect. I love cucumber, so I had to get it. And then we have another pepper, and this is Lesia. This is supposed to be the sweetest pepper of all the peppers. And again, my family does not like heat. And so what I've been doing is I've been getting peppers from the garden, and they don't really like the chew of peppers either. So I will grind them up or chop them up so finely they don't even realize. And because they do, it has added a lot of flavor to some of the things I cook. So since this said the sweetest pepper of all peppers, I thought it would be perfect for my family. This is the carrot that I bought based on some of the information in the Baker Creek catalog. I don't think that these are as long. And my soil is really hard sometimes, so I thought maybe a shorter carrot would work. But anyways, on the back it says, the roots of this hardy breed can power through tough soil, blistering heat, producing winning shoots in the most brutal conditions. That's what I must have seen, because that's exactly what I need if I'm going to properly grow some carrots. Okay, cowpeas. I don't think I've ever had cowpeas, but a lot of the YouTubers grow these, so I figured why not? This looked like something cool to grow this year. And then finally, watermelon. You know, my cutting garden and my vegetable garden's really, really small. So I thought I'd give a baby watermelon a try this year and see what would come. Up next are the pollinator plants. So in my cutting garden, my vegetable garden, I haven't done a plan yet. I think I've mentioned that a couple times. It's because like I don't really know what I want to do so much. I think I want to focus on making the soil better. I want to focus on bringing all the pollinators and using a lot of the pollinator plants that are not native in my yard, but not necessarily cutting flowers. So some of these pollinator plants, most of the time people are buying them to grow longer stems for cutting. I found some varieties that are a little shorter so that I can just have maybe mini meadows in my raised garden beds. I don't know, we'll see, because I want to mix it all with vegetables and things like that. So it's going to be a little different this year. So first up, I got 3 types of cosmos. And these all grow to a max of 2 feet tall. So I got candy floss red. And then I got, these are brand new from Baker Creek, cosmic yellow and cosmic red. And the cosmic red actually looks a little more orangish. But anyway, really great pollinator plants and a shorter size, so probably, hopefully a little bit more manageable in my raised beds versus the cutting types. And then this one's really cool. Dandelion pink. I wanted to get this last year, I think, and I think they sold out. But anyway, it's the pollinators love it. It's supposed to be good for early pollinators. It's supposed to have the same medicinal values as the yellow dandelion, but have maybe a subtler taste if you're using it to eat. So, and then this also has a deep taproot. So, multiple reasons why I'm using this. So, pink dandelion. Okay, the next one I'm really excited about. This is a Mexican sunflower, and it is the Arcadian blend. Okay, these will only get 2 to 2.5 feet tall, and I've always wanted a smaller Mexican sunflower. So I like to grow Mexican sunflowers every year because the giant swallowtails just go crazy for them. And but they're huge, so I still think I'm going to plant a regular Mexican sunflower this year, but I thought this would be really nice in the beds because they'll be smaller and more manageable. Okay, then we have celosia. My cousin Wendy, she does a lot of gardening too, and she gave me seeds for a celosia that looks very similar to this. And I remember when I grew it, it was covered in pollinators. So when I saw this in the Baker Creek catalog, I wanted to get it. Then I got some crimson clover. This is great for the pollinators. It's a nitrogen fixer, so it's great for the soil. And then, yeah, so I kind of wanted to just use it around, help to regenerate the soil, have the pollinators all over it. And it's also something that I also want to attract to my gardens are the ladybugs, and clovers attract ladybugs. So this is getting added. And then I can use these seeds as a cover crop if I want to in the fall. And then the last pollinator ornamental is snail vine. I got this just because it looked cool. I think I saw it the other year and it might have been sold out when I wanted to get it. But anyways, this is for the pollinators. It looks really pretty, so I'll have it growing up the sides of my cutting garden. Okay, and then finally, as far as the seeds go, I got two kind of miscellaneous type seeds. The first one is stevia. I've never grown this before, but I have so much stevia. I put it in my coffee. I used to go to Trader Joe's and they had just a straight stevia without the fillers. They stopped selling it and now I get straight stevia at Wegmans, but it's expensive. Like for a bottle like this big, it's about $9.99. So I thought I'd give my hand at growing stevia. And then also loofah. I'm getting tired of throwing away sponges and buying sponges, and I thought if I could grow these and make my own sponges, that would be, you know, environmentally friendly, maybe give these as gifts. I don't know if I'm successful, who knows? Things don't always work out the way I want them to in that cutting garden, but that was the reason for these. So that is my Baker Creek seed haul. And so for Christmas, I got a few really cool gifts that I thought you guys would want to see. So first up, I got this book, Botanical Skincare Recipe Book. This book I have been wanting for a long time to help me get into using the herbs and flowers and things like that that I grow for skincare. The next Christmas present I got was a pair of my very first Felco pruning shears, secateurs, they call them in the UK. Anyway, left-handed, medium weight, and I just absolutely love them. Yeah, my very first Felcos, if you can believe it. And let's just say a small prayer that they don't end up in the garden bed for months at a time, like I do with my other ones. I don't think I'll do that with these, but my mama got me this t-shirt, and it says, "Grow Positive Thoughts." So sweet. My husband got me this micro flower press, and it's for the microwave, and it's my understanding is that the bigger, juicier flowers need to be done in the microwave versus a standard press. So he got me this, and he got me a standard old school flower press, which I'm really looking forward to using, and hopefully just, you know, documenting. I'd love to start documenting the native plants using a flower press and maybe some of my observations. I think that would be so much fun. But anyway, all different projects I can get started. And then the final thing that I wanted to show you that I got my very own food dehydrator. So earlier when I was talking about dehydrating carrots to make carrot powder, I also want to dehydrate, you know, like chamomile and some of those herbs for the things I want to make out of some of those books. So I got this Hamilton Beach dehydrator. I've never used it before. I just looked at a few on Amazon, and this is the one I happened to put on my list. So anyway, I thought you might be interested to see some of the things that I got from Santa that I can use in my garden this year. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic holiday season. I know that I did. So thank you so much for taking your time to spend with me today. Happy gardening, and I will catch you again next time.